Welcome to this brand new episode of Wout of the World, and we just crossed the border from Malaysia into Thailand because this is the island of Koh Lipe.
We started the trip through Southeast Asia in Thailand this time. From Chiang Mai we traveled the countryside to Chiang Rai. From there we crossed the border into Laos and sailed the mighty Mekong River. It was the adventure of a lifetime. But we had more to explore as we crossed the border from Laos to Cambodia. It was so special to show my kids and mom the ancient Khmer kingdom in Angkor Wat. At last we visited Siem Reap's amazing little water park. After discovering the city, we explored the floating villages of Tonle Sap. We flew to the historic but modern capital, Phnom Penh, and hopped over to Paradise Island, Koh Rong. Now we leave Cambodia from Sihanoukville for a completely new adventure. After a quick stopover in Kuala Lumpur, we arrive on the island of Langkawi late at night.
So from Koh Rong we ended up in Sihanoukville, and over there we took an airplane all the way to the north of Malaysia. This island here is called Langkawi, and we've been here once before. And this is the most beautiful island that you can find here. It's Langkawi, and I'm gonna turn it inside out. Let's go!
Together with Pangea Travel, we already saw a lot of Malaysia. From the busy Kuala Lumpur to the jungle of Taman Negara. And from a cup of tea in the Cameron Highlands to colonial Penang.
So, flying from Penang to Langkawi is really fun because after 15 minutes, when the seatbelt signs are finally off, you get to put it back on again because the total flight's like half an hour. But now we are in Holiday Villa Beach on Langkawi, and this is the room. On the island Langkawi we will stay in two different hotels, and the first one is way down on the southern tip with a beautiful garden and nice views over the ocean and the surrounding islands. So before we go and explore Langkawi, I wanted to show you the view with the drone from the sky.
The island of Langkawi is about 500 square kilometers big and is inhabited by 100,000 people. In total, this group of islands has 99, of which most are uninhabited. This spot in Holiday Villa Beach is in the middle of nature on this relaxed island.
What an island, guys! And to explore Langkawi a little bit better, I think you need a rental car. We rented one, and today we're gonna make a little tour around the island. The most you can drive here is about an hour, and on 30 minutes drive you will find one of the most beautiful sights of the island, and it's unique for the entire world, I promise you.
You can get a car on Langkawi for about 25 bucks a day, and the roads are remarkably quiet when compared to Thailand or Bali, for example.
The special place I was referring to and which we visit today is called Kilim Geoforest Park. It's like a mangrove forest combined with super huge karst mountains that rise high above the water, about 500 million years old. And we're gonna make a little boat trip today along the caves, eagles, the waters and the karst mountains for about 2 hours, and it's all UNESCO World Heritage. So let's see.
A private boat for the whole afternoon costs us about 50 bucks. And it's worth it because look at this, guys, this is what we came for. Along the river, the limestone mountains are impressive. But there are also many mysterious caves and wild animals. Along the way, we will make several stops to find some hidden treasures.
Wow guys, how exciting. The first stop is a bat cave and they're all around us. Look Jens. We're sailing on to the next cave, which is the Crocodile Cave. And this area, guys, is a natural phenomenon.
The Crocodile Cave is named after the entrance that resembles the mouth of a crocodile, and not because there are real crocodiles here. I'm sorry.
Our next stop is very special as well because this is a floating fish farm. So they have all the local fish from around here and they're doing the breeding on a raft.
When we arrive, they are just feeding the rays, but they also have large sea bass and other predatory fish.
So we sailed a bit through the Geoforest Park and on the other side we're almost in Thailand because over there is the border between Malaysia and Thailand. And on the way we saw this amazing spot where hundreds of eagles flew around the boat and I caught a lot of them on camera. So here are the images.
Yes guys, this is also something unique that I've never seen before. We see hundreds of eagles and watch them fly in slow motion. Time to sail back through the impressive landscape for some more adventure. Langkawi is full of monkeys and you can see that when you drive around here. We come home for a quick dip and then we're out for a fancy dinner.
The sun is shining and it's another day in paradise, guys. And on days like these, I'd like to explore the most beautiful beaches of Langkawi. So we're taking the car and heading out to one of the most secluded beaches, surrounded by palm trees right in the nature. And the other one is the main beach, the most popular one, which we also want to see, of course. Let's go!
It's easy to find the way because the increasing numbers of monkeys shows us that we're going into nature.
So after driving half an hour up north, we made it to the most perfect beach I was talking about. This is Pantai Pasir Tengkorak, right in the middle of nature. That's the Malaysian name, but in English it's Sandy Skulls Beach. Sandy Skulls. What a weird name, right? For such a paradise-like place.
Our beach is in an area with more of these secluded bounty beaches. Langkawi is still remarkably untouched despite the tourism. We hit the brakes for this giant monitor lizard.
The biggest and the most popular beach that you can find on Langkawi is named Pantai Cenang. And that's where we are today, in the afternoon, to have some lunch, make a nice walk, enjoy a swim, everything you can do around here. I love it.
Today we leave planet Earth behind and we go to heaven. Tree houses in the jungle. Yes, please.
We saved the best for last, guys, because we switch hotels one last time here. On Langkawi we go to the most beautiful resort on the island and maybe in entire Malaysia. This is Berjaya Resort and the houses here are built on stilts in the jungle and on the water. So this is the room and I'll show you our view later. It's awesome.
The location of Berjaya Resort makes this one of the most beautiful places I have ever slept, right in the middle of natural paradise.
What do you think about the pool, guys? And I got it all to myself.
Let me show you guys the inside of our luxurious cabin.
Of course, the surrounding nature is incredible and the views over the ocean and in the jungle are great. But what I really like about this resort are the animals. We saw a lot of monkeys and hornbills from up close.
This family of spectacled langurs hangs around the beach for a day just like us. Look at the baby. And I've also never seen so many hornbills. They fly off and on all day long. Tonight we have something to celebrate because it's Suze's birthday!
That's about it, guys, for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as we did. But right now we just chillax here for a bit. We have a beautiful holiday home next to the swimming pool before we move on to Koh Lipe, the tropical island in the south of Thailand.
In the middle of Langkawi's lush nature, we are surrounded by animals, such as these spectacled langurs, also known as the spectacular langurs.
Dancing while the spring's still here. They don't make haste cause they know what's coming. We're trying to wash away our broken years, but it's so hard in the cold summer.
We pay only 25 bucks for a night in a tranquil area off the beaten track. With the drone, I'll show you the surroundings before we head over to Koh Lipe.
You still lie, you still lie. In the cold, cold summer wind. You still lie, you still lie. In the cold summer, nothing seems like it should. In the cold. They're slowing down to get their sleep. They've had enough bringing life to others. But
And just before dawn, we grab a taxi to take us over to the jetty.
But your smile in the morning hours.
It's early in the morning, the alarm clock was set at 6 o'clock and by 7 o'clock we were already in the taxi towards the jetty of Kua on the south side of Langkawi. And we see the Bay of Kua over here with a beautiful tower and the famous Eagle of Langkawi, and in 1.5 hours we'll be sailing to Koh Lipe in Thailand.
The ferry ride to Koh Lipe costs $35 and it's fast and easy. It crosses the border to Thailand and takes about 1.5 hours.
On the south side of Koh Lipe we find Pattaya Beach, and it's not the most beautiful beach of the island, but it's where we arrived by ferry. And because of the low tide this morning we couldn't get to the shore with the big boat, so we had to transfer to a longtail boat. But we are here, and it's good to know that over here are most of the bars, most of the restaurants and nice shops, so it's not the best beach, but it's a nice start. Koh Lipe is the southernmost island in Thailand and it's almost at the border with Malaysia. And that's why it came in handy that we got here from Langkawi with only a 1.5-hour ferry ride. It's beautiful above water, but the real treasure can be found underwater, because a quarter of all the tropical fish species in the entire world can be found around this island. And with that, it's also the most beautiful underwater world in all of Thailand.
A funny thing about this beach is that the indigenous people called it Pattaya, which meant South Beach. Over time, the Thai and the tourists started fusing the words into Pattaya. It's now named Pattaya Beach with no actual connection to the popular Thai city of Pattaya. Koh Lipe is part of the archipelago known as Arangrawi in the Andaman Sea. It's also the gateway to the national park Koh Taratoa. Oh, and we're now officially back in Thailand.
In life, there is a first for everything. So when you book a hotel on Koh Lipe and the entrance is actually a supermarket, you have to go through the supermarket, and in the back there's a little door which grants access to the hotel. Well, that's a first for me. I love it.
Accommodation is a bit more expensive here than anywhere else in Thailand, and hotel prices start around 40 bucks. We do, however, have a balcony with a great view, and the hotel's security guard is Batman.
The street that connects Pattaya Beach in the west and Sunrise Beach in the east is called Walking Street. That's literally the name. And in the evening there are no motorized vehicles allowed, so you can stroll along the many bars and restaurants here. The island of Koh Lipe used to be backpackers' paradise, but nowadays it's also discovered by the larger public and other tourists are coming here too. It's getting busier, but luckily it's still got that relaxed same atmosphere. I love it. The most beautiful beach on Koh Lipe is called Sunrise Beach, and as you might expect, you can find it on the east side of the island where the sun comes up. It runs all the way up to the northernmost point, and over there is even a beautiful sandbank during low tide. It's perfect for snorkeling too, but not today, because we're here in the monsoon season. It's February and the waves are a bit too high for me today.
But no worries, as we'll go snorkeling at many other beaches. This one seems to be suited for the most incredible drone shots though. Around Koh Lipe we see many other islands, most of which are uninhabited. On the northern cape we see the sandbank. And as you can see, Koh Lipe is not only Thailand's best island, but also one of the most stunning islands in the world. On Walking Street we look for a meal. The famous kitchen of Madame Yoo-hoo seems to be our best pick. And this is literally how they lure you in. Yoo-hoo! At night, Walking Street lights up and becomes one of the most atmospheric and romantic places in Thailand.
It's still early in the morning, the sun is up, it's 8 o'clock and it's time for some snorkeling, and for that I'm walking over to the west side to find Sunset Beach.
It seems a bit strange to go to Sunset Beach in the morning, but during the monsoon months this site has fewer waves and calm water for snorkeling.
It was a really nice walk across the island, and this side is a little bit more quiet. It's Sunset Beach and it's called that for a reason, because the sun is still on the other side of the island. But we're gonna do some awesome snorkeling over here in the morning. Every day I'm snorkeling.
The snorkeling on Koh Lipe is really good, with many curious creatures and lots of colorful coral. But most of the snorkelers are here for a reason: to find Nemo. And it's pretty easy too.
You know what I never understood? In that Disney movie it took those guys like 1.5 hours to find Nemo, searching the entire ocean all the way to Australia. And I found him in like 15 minutes. How cool was that? It was exactly like in the movie with the bigger one and the little one, like Marlin and Nemo. Catch of the day. I drifted so far away that now I have to climb back over the rocks to get back to Sunset Beach. But it was so awesome. Sunset Beach is of course located right opposite from Sunrise Beach on the other side of the island. This is the northwest side. This is also the beach where everybody gathers at night to watch that incredible South Thai sunset together. We can grab a drink at one of the many bars over here and watch the sun go down in the sea.
But for that we have to wait another 6 hours or so. During the day, Sunset Beach is ridiculously quiet for a popular Thai beach destination. There is barely anyone here, and the nature is overwhelming. What is a Thai beach without a swing nowadays? And with the longtail boat backdrop, we are in the middle of the Thailand travel brochure. On the way back to town, I visit the only small monastery on the island. We go for some lunch, but then I got the feeling that we forgot something at Sunset Beach.
Oh guys, and before I forget, this is sunset at Sunset Beach. I like it.
I think we have a pretty good one today, and altogether it becomes harder and harder not to fall in love with Koh Lipe. It has everything. Including quite good
coffee. The best part about being back in Thailand for a couple of days is of course 7-Eleven, because they do have that here on Koh Lipe, so I can get my morning coffee and a toastie.
See your sadness wrapped around a frame. Would you see yourself? Someone that you used to be before you was buried in responsibility. I know it's hard to see all the things that you could never be.
So we've been to all sides of this tiny island except for the north. And sometimes you save the best for last.
Was. How it hurts to know.
Today it's time to visit another incredible beach, and for that we walked to the north side. This is the northernmost point, so between Sunrise and Sunset Beach, and we look out over Koh Adang, the island in front of us. It's a beautiful spot.
You refuse to be, stalks you in your dreams and makes bitter what is sweet. You grind your teeth at night.
With only 2 square kilometers, on Koh Lipe everything is within walking distance. The furthest you'll walk is like 20 minutes. The island has no cars and no motorbikes too, only some tuk-tuks.
Never be.
And the many traditional longtail boats, of course.
Written in the stars and embroidered in your name, but never was.
Around Koh Lipe there are 30 other islands and 100 reefs that are all protected. Starting 20 meters from the coast you can find the most beautiful coral, soft coral and an abundance of fish. So it's worth your while to go snorkeling on Koh Lipe.
Well, thanks for that useful bit of information, Wout. I'll get to it straight after lunch. The north side has plenty of soft coral, which means we can go look for Nemo again.
Written in the stars and embroidered in your name, but never was. How it hurts to know.
And like 100 parrotfish. Found him!
So even here where there's not much coral, I found 2 Nemos again. This is really Nemo's island.
Swimming in the shallow Andaman Sea here between the islands is surreal. We understand why Koh Lipe is often nicknamed the Maldives of Thailand.
Thank God it's Christmas. Still.
Oh, and you have to try the Thai pancakes here. So sweet.
It's a new day and it's time for a new snorkeling trip. And this time I'm going to the south side of the island near Pattaya Beach. It's supposed to be very beautiful there too. Wow, that was actually surprisingly beautiful. Especially way over on the east side near the rocks. There are so many little caves and tunnels with plenty of interesting things to see. And a lot of fish too. So, Pattaya Beach, good for snorkeling. That's it for this incredible episode on what I think is the most beautiful island of Thailand. But as you can see, the tuk-tuk driver is taking us to the boat and we're moving on to Malaysia next. I'll see you next time.
On Langkawi, we do grab a little dessert, because one of the best water parks in Asia costs only $5 for a day.
At Splash Out, the biggest water park in Malaysia here on Langkawi.
We visit our favorite restaurant too, before we continue the adventures. Be sure to tune in next time for an entirely different part of the world. We'll also visit the Maldives, so be sure to subscribe and join us. Ciao!